Good morning, everybody. This is Sean Holman with the Truck Trend Network and Truckin' Magazine, and here we are live from the 2017 SEMA Show, and we're here in the Valspar booth with Wizards Products and Nichols Paint and Fab, and we've got this beautiful, beautiful 60 C10 behind us, and it was built by Justin Nichols. And Justin, you've got your friends from Adam Bateman here from Wizards, and you guys are going to walk us through the truck and kind of tell us how you keep this truck shiny and show ready.
Sure. Absolutely.
So actually what we should say here is Justin just named the truck. It's called the Street Slime. So it's official, guys. It's called Street Slime.
Street Slime it is.
So Justin and I, we've known each other for about 3 years, but Justin was just telling me about his history with Wizards Products. Obviously, I've known his history for a few years, and we've been helping him out with their shop and their builds, but
yeah, I mean, you guys are always there for us. You guys have everything that we need, whether it be your polishers or your materials. Been using Wizards forever. You know, I remember using stuff on the shelf, you know, from Dad's shop, and it's just been around forever, and that's all we've ever used. So
Sure. So you guys do paint and fab all the time, and this is a product that you've used for years and years and years. And I mean, being a paint professional, you get picky about your products, and you've stuck with Wizards through all these years, and you saw your dad using it. You use it on your builds now. Here we are at SEMA with this gorgeous truck.
yeah, thanks a lot. It's always a hand-down thing from somebody else that's using it, and you always use what works, and there's no need to go anywhere else. I mean, it works fine.
so let's walk through the truck. Justin, tell us what you got here and what you've done.
Yeah, I mean, it's a 60 C10. This is just a purpose-built race truck, you know. We're going to run Pikes Peak with it in June. We built this in 4 months for SEMA. We got the invite to come out here, so we couldn't pass that up. This thing's been sitting around for 2 years. It's got a 1,000 horsepower LS built by Nicky Chevy in Chicago. Built with specialty wheels. The whole front end tilts. It's all metal. There's no fiberglass on it. It's just...
Check out what's under the hood.
Sure, absolutely.
Look at this beauty. So what's cool is, again, this is all metal. There's no fiberglass. This is all fabricated, something you guys put together. Got an LS blower. You said 1,000 horsepower?
Yeah, it's turned down right now. We're running about 2 pounds of boost. We could always turn it up, but it's a brand new, fresh motor, and it runs good. It's almost, well, it is too much for the truck. So
It does nice donuts. I've seen video. I have video proof.
Well, if you can accomplish donuts, then you're well on your way, right? Like that's almost as fun as running Pikes Peak. I'm sorry, it is.
Exactly. Yep. Yeah, when you can beat on them and they hold together, that's always great.
So what did you do suspension-wise on it? It obviously sits pretty low, and you've got coilovers on the front and A-arms. Tell us a little bit more about the setup.
Yeah, we got a Fat Man Fabrications front end on it, all IFS. Power steering. We got trailing arms in the back with coilover shocks. Sway bars from Curry. I mean, it's like it's on rails. You know, I haven't driven it much, but what I have done with it, it's going to be a fun truck.
So any plans for it after Pikes Peak?
Just drive. I'm going to daily it.
Yeah.
I'm going to drive this thing on the street. I don't care. I already plated it, so I have to.
Right on. I'm in the middle of building my own 67 F100, and we put a EcoDiesel in it. We're twin turboing it with Gale Banks for hopefully 600 horsepower and 750 torque. So maybe we can meet somewhere with the Chevy and the Ford and go have some fun when mine's done.
Heck yeah, that'll be fun. Let's do it.
And then we can clean them up with Wizards when we're done beating on them, right?
Would love to. If you want to walk us through, what are some of the products that you guys use to keep the shine up and keep this vehicle protected? Obviously, Pikes Peak, you're talking about dirt and gravel and bugs and all the things that you don't want on your paint. So how do we get it back to this condition?
Well, with this vehicle having glossy and matte finishes, we got a couple of great products that we can use. Number one seller, I'm just going to grab it right here. Number one product is going to be the Mist and Shine Quick Detailer. That one you can use on the paint, the chrome, the windows, windshield, even the wheels, the lifts of the wheels here. Got huge lifts on these wheels, and just cleaning those up can be a pain in the butt, but this is going to clean them right up.
Yeah, these are all polished. I mean, this isn't chrome, so you got to be careful with the product you're using that you don't mar it or scuff it.
Exactly. Actually, we'll spray a little bit right on the hood here just to show you how it works. And so we'll work on this glossy finish. I can actually see a smudge right here. You probably can't see it on camera, but I can definitely see it.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah. So we'll get just a little spray on there. And then we're going to take a multi-fiber towel. This is a high-grade microfiber is what it is. Flip my cloth over.
It looks like it cleans up really easy, no residue. It seems like some of the detailers that you use from other companies leave you streaks, and it feels like you're constantly going back over it. I'm watching you do this, and there's nothing left behind.
Two wipes with a good cloth. And the nice thing about it too is it gives a nice slippery feel, but it is body shop safe, so we're not worried about silicones or oils or things like that. And the other thing too, just no greasy residue, it just shines up really quickly. You can see that we've got some matte finish here too. I'm just going to grab another product here. So on the matte finishes, that's going to be our wipe down matte paint detailer. Now there's not very many companies out there that have a matte paint detailer, and we were the first ones to have it, so we've got it perfected. I've got 2 matte painted hot rods myself, so I buy this stuff by the gallon.
Matte paint is getting big in the OE world too. So it's not just those hot rodders and aftermarket guys anymore. I mean, you're buying Audis and BMWs and trucks that have a matte finish from the factory. Right. This is a great way for somebody with matte graphics or matte paint on their Raptor, on their TRD Pro, any of those trucks to be able to clean them up.
Yeah, even the matte wraps. Yeah. Tons of matte wraps. This is safe on the wraps. It also works great for cleaning up compound residue. I know Justin used some of the wipe down for cleaning up the compound residue out of the jams and cracks and things like that.
Well, that's always a problem too, especially when you have 2 different finishes on a vehicle and you go to use the compound, you get it on your matte finish, or you get it on the edges between the two to be able to clean that off. And I've seen it where we've detailed something, and if somebody spent too much time there, well, now the paint scuffs slightly, and you need something that can take it off right away and spend as little time over an area as possible to get it clean.
Well, and anybody that has a matte finish knows this very well. Everyone's got to touch it.
Yeah.
I mean, what happened to our manners, right? I mean, my dad would smack my hands at a car show if I ever touched a car. But especially in the matte finish, they want to touch it. They get the oily fingerprints on there, and we can go ahead and take those right off. Just a light spray, just like we did with the Mist and Shine. Same deal. Just give it a quick wipe, a couple of swipes, gets the oily residue off.
And now, does this leave a protective layer behind as well, or does it just get it back down to the material?
Just gets it back to clean and gets the oily residue off.
I mean, you can see, I'm not sure if you guys can see on Facebook Live right now, but in the lights here at the show, you can actually see there isn't any residue left behind, which I think is really cool. A lot of those products you buy at Pep Boys or whatever, a lot of times if you don't have the right cloth or the right technique, you're just leaving streaks or water spots, and your product is absolutely has gone away and left this truck shiny.
Right. The other thing, you're talking about residue, and that kind of leads me into my next product. So we've got the Mist and Shine, which is the most popular on the glossy finishes, wipe down for matte finishes. Everybody needs a good tire dressing. Now, the problem with most tire dressings out there is they're greasy, oily, they're going to sling all over the side of the car, and they look wet and oily. That's not my preferred look. I want a tire to look natural. Right when it comes off the store shelf and I put it on the truck, that's how I want it to look all the time.
Well, and that's not just for the street guy. Obviously, off-road guy, he doesn't want a greasy mess on his tires because then his tires turn brown. So those guys are also looking for a matte, basically tire finish that's going to clean the tire, take the brown out, and not leave it glossy. And like you said, sling stuff all over the side. I mean, that's a huge problem. You see somebody goes to the car wash, spends all this time on their car, goes and drives it the first mile, and the side's dirty again, right?
Exactly. So we'll use it real quick here on this tire. We're going to use our tire and vinyl shine. This is a non-greasy, non-oily, natural finish tire dressing. So we'll use right down here on this one.
And then you guys are using, is that one of your sponges that you guys offer the product?
One of our applicator pads, got a nice handle on it, about the size of a sidewall for a tire. So you can see I didn't load it up. There's no need. Right. There's no need to load it up. So we're just going to go right down on the tire here. It'd probably be hard to see on the video, but we got a little bit of dirt, actually, a little bit of residue right on the tire. So you see it goes on wet. I actually will do this sometimes. I'll turn my sponge over.
And you can see that has that nice, clean look to it.
Yep. Wipe up the edge of the rim here so Justin stays looking good. Actually, while I'm down here,
So again, these are polished rims, not chrome. So you want to take special care. You need the right product.
and they're even powder coated on the centers. We can even use this right on the powder coat. That was the Mist and Shine detailer that I'm using. Give it a quick wipe. We got it looking good again. We got that tire looking good. We got the wheel looking good.
Beautiful.
Got all the dust off. Real simple. I'm actually going to have Justin talk about the next little item if we got time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Perfect. So
Have Justin come back in here. Again, Justin's our truck builder.
So this is our big throw polisher, and I know Justin's got one of these in his shop, so I'll let him do the talking on this bad boy.
Cool.
I mean, I love this thing. You know, I was old school with the rotary, and that was it. But Adam turned me on to this. When was that?
It's, well, we were at World of Wheels in Chicago, and you'd finished up another C10, and that thing was perfect black. Now, everybody knows that it's shown a car, when you get it under those lights in the auditorium, it's brutal. It could look perfect in your shop. And, I mean, they were working, 3 days straight finishing this thing?
Yeah, we were up for 3 days, as usual, at the end of every build.
Yeah. Zero grind.
Right.
Yeah. And so we got it into Chicago, lights turned on, we're like, uh-oh. And so we got Justin one of these big throw polishers. It's a 21 millimeter throw, dual action polisher, and you can take it from there.
I mean, we just absolutely love it. It gets into spots that, you know, isn't going to tear your paint up. Everything's soft. It's not going to beat your truck up.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah.
No burning, no swirling. You know, with the rotary buffer, you better have some skills. You better know what you're doing. With this dual action, I can show somebody, and in 5 minutes, they're going to be able to use it as well as I can, and I've got a couple of years on this machine.
And you can sit there and work it, too.
If somebody came up to you and you needed a section of this truck right here, and you had this tool, and you had a new guy in the shop, would you trust him to hit it with that tool? And not
I
ruin the
would.
truck?
Yeah, as long as the pad's on there good. Yeah. Yep. No, I would trust anybody with this.
Awesome.
I mean, just tell them how to use it and they're good to go.
Right on.
I got one other thing I want to show, and actually Justin hasn't even seen this thing yet. So this is our new machine. We just launched this yesterday here at SEMA. This is our Big Throw Mini. So we've got the 6-inch that Justin was showing there with a 21 millimeter throw, and it works great, but there are places that you just can't get with a big machine. So we've been hearing from our customers now for 3 years, all right, I love your big throw. We're going to come out with something smaller. So here it is right here. This is the Big Throw Mini. Now, this may look like just your standard wax machine, but I assure you it's more than that. This has got 12 millimeters of throw. Those wax machines, if you're lucky, you got 3 to 4 millimeters of throw. Great for maybe putting a machine glaze on, but they're just not going to do it for taking the swirl marks out, scratches out. This we can actually go from 3,000 grit sand scratches to finish.
Wow.
And with one tool, yeah. So I'll take the big throw from Justin, but I mean, where do you think you might be able to use that in the shop?
I mean, you could use it on just about anything, but, you know, on your tight curves, you could probably sneak up in there in your dash if you got a painted dash.
You don't have to take the windshield out.
Right, right.
Not doing a full redo.
It'd definitely be good for interior, you know, for painted truck stuff.
Even the style lines.
Cab corners, style lines.
Yep.
Yeah, it looks. I'm gonna have to get one now. Thanks a lot.
I think there's a guy who might take care of you on that.
I could probably take care of that.
Here, we'll just put this one back here.
Yeah. You still have a bed in this? You can sneak that?
No, there's no storage.
Right on, guys. Well, we'll really appreciate your time walking us around with Wizard products and with your Street Slime?
Street Slime it is.
Your awesome Street Slime C10. And Adam, can you tell us a little bit more about where people can find Wizard if they want to know more about your products?
Absolutely. Wizardsproducts.com. We were also on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, so check us out there. We're actually doing a lot of live coverage from SEMA 2017, so you're going to see a lot of live videos, pictures, demos. We're on YouTube. We got all kinds of demo videos there. But you can buy our products at Napa, CarQuest, Auto Value, most of your auto body type supply stores, motorcycle shops, hot rod shops, wizardsproducts.com, and amazon.com. So if you can't find it, you are not looking hard enough. And just for the record, the Big Throw Mini is on our website live to order today.
Very cool. Well, I appreciate your time today. And for Justin and Adam, this is Sean Holman with the Truck Trade Network and Trucking Magazine. And if you guys want to know more, both Justin and Adam's companies are tagged in this post. And please give us your feedback and let us know what you guys think. We'll be monitoring the feed all day. We'll answer any questions that come up. Live from SEMA. Have a great day, guys.